Okay, I am here. Let's get started. And so today continues. Today continues the eighth try. We will see how it goes. Now, yesterday, um, I basically finally got what I needed in terms of the amulet. Because as you can see, my gear, right? Uh, I haven't really used a well, this season is really interesting because of my Dawn that I got. This Dawn was from the 124 loot drops, right? My successful chain of GRs at so-called beginning of GR unlocking, I guess I should say, instead for 124. But like, basically this Dawn enabled me to not need to use the cute recipe page 11, right? And so like, and then I had an ancient one before this, which was also 100%. Of course, it took me a little bit of, different pairs of pants to get to that ancient version with the 553 dexterity, 124 all resist, and 12% hungering arrow only. So I played that ancient pants for a while. And so, like, talking about the cute recipe page 11 is that I haven't really used page 11, as you can see, for my push attempts beyond since GR 130, let's say, because this season I think the 130 is where it starts to be a little bit where you have to think about things, and then obviously, just beyond 135, I think is when it really starts. 136 for sure, because if you think about it, 150 GR 150 minus 15 is 135, so 136 is where the quote unquote first wall would be in terms of difficulty. Now, of course, if you know your build and well, if you know the build, you would know what to look for, as well as you have to pray for that uh, usual pylon, um, and as well as being a little greedy every now and then for it. And so my progression right now, yesterday I did get finally after several different attempts on the necklace, I actually managed to get the recipe page 11 to go in my favor. Now it's still not a flexible elemental trifecta, but it's an elemental trifecta that is cold that I can use for any cold build that uses the same necklace, right? So here we go. Let's not delay any further. Now I didn't really get too much more paragons than the 2,593 that I managed to complete the 138 in what was that six official try because it was separate days. Now, obviously, in between, I did not do any attempts at all. I worked on paragons before the second official attempt onwards, and then the sixth try presented itself uh right after the small keeps floor one, which obviously is something that normally is tossed. But I did get lucky after my the usual general rule of checking floor two, that it gave me the Battlefield Grotesque. Now, Battlefield is more of a classic floor to play. More recent years have always been the Field of Misery if you can handle it, but there are really some really bad Fields of Misery as well. So I wouldn't necessarily count myself into only Fields of Misery as the 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 only successful possibility for 139, but um I need a repeat of something like that of my 138 to work. Now, let's not skip over anything. This is the this is the new cute recipe page 11 that I got yesterday. Now, I really wish that I got a direct resist uh that I'm not too sure normally that I would see, but I guess Health Globe isn't bad considering I only have one spot of Health Globe. Now with the Ultra Potion powers, right? We don't often really use the potion powers for healing emergencies anymore. Only at times, at best. Um, but it does help nonetheless. And of course, since I played Marauder slightly, I have to redo my points again as soon as I moused over my health pool. I saw that, so I'm not gonna make that mistake for my first Keystone. Uh, sure, the RNG is RNG, but anyway. So, um, 9.3, 9.4, almost. Now, if I rounded myself to 2,650 Paragon, it might have been 9.4 exact or more or less, right? And so let's hope that this will get me, closer to 9.5, I suppose. 9.5, 9.6, probably 9.5, right? It's only a small, like, 100 something gain, I think. Let's see. So let's take a look. Let's use the recipe page 11 because I haven't used any page 11 at all, as I said just now. All right, let's go. Wow. Huh. I thought I underestimated, I guess. I underestimated. So 9.7. Uh, I mean, it was 3.8%, right? It was 3.8%. I was just thinking that it would be like 120 to 150K increase, but it was in fact uh almost double that. Well, basically double that, like 300K, just about. Um, that's basically another like 30 seconds, I would say, on average. Based on my first few attempts, 1551 on the first try and 1528 on the second one. Um, there may be a possibility that 30 seconds is sufficient. And what's really funny here is that after archery, my crit chance and crit damage ratio is actually 1 to 10. Pretty much exactly after archery, though. Because I normally play throughout the hunt, right? And so it's a little off. But this is so funny that it's like practically 1 to 10 ratio, which is like something you actually want, right? To be like 1 to 10 whenever possible, whenever you have dual wielding because of the second socket for the created damage, right? So anyway, or during like what Soul Shard season and so on, you get to see really cool uh maintaining the crit damage and increasing other things as well. So yeah, the damage is uh I guess if I had worked on more paragons, it would have been like 10 mil cold. That would be sufficient. Going back to the leaderboard, specifically God DH, like I said last time before trying the 139s at all, uh, it is really scary to see the time elapse, by the way. I think one person managed to go past their 139 already. I think last time I saw there were four people or so, unless I mistaken, but I think there were like four people for 139 the other day. Um when I managed to complete the 138. Uh Now the leaderboard is really scary with the 139 as it should. Um with those 14-minute ones, you can see this is really scary, just like seeing because if you scroll up, now sure, if you scroll up, these some like half of these people might have worked on paragons already, but based on the time, um, it's less scary than the 139s. So again, once again, I scare myself into it, right? But okay, anyway, let's go for the one the eighth try. Let's see how it goes. I know I should have worked on a bit more paragons. The one that I tried was 2593. I've only gained, you know, the augment obviously, and uh, yeah, not very much, not very many paragons. So anyway, let's go. Let's give it a try. 139. Let's start. I think I've adjusted everything. I'm still not really thinking that I need to use the COE way. I may have to, but I feel like I don't. I feel like it's all about that conduit. Or more or less even the other day with the shield pylon play, I need either of those to be like basically if I get a shield play that's like for 4 elites and then a conduit for 5 elites, that's basically it. Uh at, at, you know, when the stars align like that, that would work. Um and I actually had fun with the the shield pylon play, by the way. I did make a highlight of it. It's in my clips, I believe. Now, unfortunately, it's only 1 minute in duration, but it generally uh covered the more than half of the HP of the monsters, the elites for that shield pylon play. Um, yeah. So let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Eighth try. Let's start. Let's start. Here we go. Okay, okay. Let's calm down. Um, this is kind of weird. This is kind of weird. This is really weird because I wasn't asking for an Auric stream. Um, and I'm not ready for an Auric stream actually. Not really ready for an Auric stream. This is this is actually scary. I think I might make that same mistake that I did last time. Let's not do that. Um, but I don't know if I have the right amount of density, to be honest. I really hope that I don't make that same mistake like the other time. Because you get into that elite gameplay even when you're given a blue like this, you know, and I'm short on damage, as you can tell from the timer. The timer's just flying by the way. Because this is not the best Oryx first floor. Um, like compared to Val Swarms, obviously, or chickens. Um, and so I'm kind of behind time. I'm trying my best to use the splash damage on the blue elites, and that's what I'm like counting on as I move. You know, I'm trying to also use a bit of Oculus rings, but I don't think I can use too many of them because I have to start kiting. Second blue, that's nice, but that might make it more difficult than it needs to already be, I think. Um, mm, I don't know if I can get an early pylon to help me. Now, last time it gave me an early pylon. Um, on the Oryx, I think it was a 12% shield or something. I'm trying to remember. I mean, I'm making too much mental calculations that don't matter because that's not part of my current attempt. But um, you know, I think the blue bats are almost going down. They're like what, 15% health or something. One of them is like almost dead, I think. Um, I do need to pray for the early pylon, I think. But I don't know if I want that in that same corner position though. Um, let's use the area damage on this. Nice Oculus Ring. Blue bats might be down now. Yes, that's what I felt it was going to be. 18%. I'm still behind. Maybe I should take this way. Last time I went, right side. I mean, normally, if you want to play the floor, you play right side. Um, the other blue didn't follow me, huh? I think I went too far. I think I went too far. Okay, double up. 20%. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, that blue is just not dying. Oh, really, man? So I decided to go this side, hoping that I would get some help. Maybe that RNG didn't help. Maybe it didn't help at all, huh? Alright. Alright, game. Half health. This blue is half health. Okay. Alright. So it didn't help me at all. So I think it's time for me to... I mean, I'm getting lots of blue elite packs. Now, I really wish that it wasn't a channeling, because that channeling is basically telling me that it's practically over. But I feel like I just have to like see the second pylon. I feel like I need to really see the second pylon, which is a big problem. Like, it's just terrible. Like, my time is just so... I have to commit, by the way. Like, the good news here, though, is that they're, like, all together, which is a good splash damage from the area damage. I think one blue is going down now. Both down, 34%. Nice. I just had to. I had to. And I got very lucky in the positioning, I guess, of the chairs. Because they didn't split too far apart. So that's the good news about that play. I don't even know if I want to see the second pylon on this floor specifically, which is the other thing that I normally make a mistake of, you know? So let's just clear this part and then check this pylon spot. Okay, so I'm hoping that I didn't get any pylon here, and I'm gonna go to the next floor, I think. I think I have to pray for the next floor. I don't think I spawned the pylon anywhere else. So let's just pray that I didn't. And let's leave after this spot. Like, I don't really want to continue playing here. I think I got lucky enough on the blue number of blues on this floor. I'm not gonna challenge the floor any further. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Really? I mean, it is a good type. There's loads of them. but this might be too much for me personally to deal damage for. It's really nice, don't get me wrong. It's really nice. It's just a little bit too much asking of damage output for me. But I'll do my best. Because this is a lot of them. This is a lot of progress. The only downside is that my necklace is not staying. Because the Oculus rings are very poor. Okay, this one's better. Not very much better, but better. Nice. Now the Oculus rings are more on the outside, which is what I want to see. Okay, I got another blue, which is actually lucky. So I kind of broke even with the... Ooh, yes! Okay, okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the one. This is where I want everybody. This is where I want everybody. Let's party. Okay, let's party. Um, I don't know how much I can pull though. They do follow very well. Face beasts follow very well. The only thing sad is that I usually take too much time setting things up, and that's my usual mistake. Um, oh, another blue already. Okay, I think I have to go. I might be too greedy, but I think I have to go. Let's clear a bit of the density though, so that the zaps are not too crazy. I think there's Illusionist gonna take up some of the damage though. Wow, this is very hot, by the way. This is extremely hot. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's. This is very hot. Very. This is very hot. Thrive in the chaos. Thrive in the chaos. One down. Two. Three. Four. Five. Yes! 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 This is it! 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 This is the one! Yes! Okay, maybe I'm partying too soon. So let's not I think this is a very bad move. I think I have a problem with this one. My damage is getting too split now. My damage is too split. There's just too much unnecessary things going on here. Okay. Let's Okay, thank you, Oculus Ring. I need you to be on the outside. That's the... Can I just get my 2%? I just need my percent. Okay. Okay. I didn't want to press my Pylon too late this time. because in case of spinners that they just did that to me just now. And so that's why I did that, by the way. I normally would save it, but this time I decided to switch it up for myself. One try today! One try today! One try today! Eighth try, here we go! Got the 139! Boom! That's right! Oh! uh, yes! I think I overstalled myself here a bit. I think it would have been easier had I gone this way because I think this way the 4% was easier. Apparently, well, I mean hindsight, right? But like over here there were actually extra blues, but I didn't want to overplay that conduit uh because I needed to make sure that I get a pylon spawn, right? Because over here I saw that I had what? I had about four elites. Well, what? Three blues and loads of face beasts. So I knew that whatever I got here is enough for me to spawn the next pylon somewhere. And so I didn't want to take this way because I would have gained too much progress too quickly before the pylon. So I was thinking that if I don't get any pylons this floor again, then I need to exit, right? Which I don't know if it's this way. I think it's this way based on the... Is it this way or is that a dead end? But anyway, my point is that I did realize how much progress I was gaining already for the conduit that I didn't want to overplay to where I can get the next pylon. Hopefully it's not a two pylon rift, right? Because I got channeling on the first floor. That didn't help me. And I had to commit to both the blues. And then I took out the pylon spawn point on the previous floor that I don't normally do. I think I improved on that for this specific play. Um, and as soon as I saw the conduit, I was like, yes. I mean, I was partying too much with the. I was like pre-partying the whole time, uh, and I should have, I should have been more focused. I think, with the rift. Um, but yeah, that was. Oh. uh, that is exciting. Zero rips. Zero rips. Zero rips. 139 down. Let's see the leaderboard. Top 60 on the overall. A nice Paragon number. 26, 25, I guess. Okay. It matches my second half of my Paragon number. So I'm ranked 25 now. So the update on the gear is basically the necklace. This necklace. It gave me additional quote unquote paragons before me working on my own paragons, right? Because it's my 12th augment. Because my focus ring, my focus ring is the final hurdle, and I did start to use archery, as the other change, the other change. More recently, I decided to start using the archery, so I still have potential gains. By the way, um, in terms of like increments. Uh, yeah. Uh, I actually do. I actually do because in my stash I actually have a primal gloves that's basically this version, so I can get 10 dexterity and 29%, 29, 19. Last time I said 29, the whole time I keep thinking it's only 19%. Yeah, so 19% crit damage plus 10 dexterity and I think one physical resist. I mean, that's like a little bit potential, but the reason why I wanted to use this is because I wanted to show how powerful ancient gear it really is, you know? Unfortunately, I couldn't get enough damage without this new necklace, I would say. This new necklace definitely helped a lot, by the way. Uh, and for the fact that I didn't use any cute recipe page 11, you know, before this, um, which really means that I worked on my own like generation of how I produce progress during the rift before I did this. So this is why I love zero augments, and then when you really need damage to actually spike the damage through delaying your augments. Now, of course, your efficiency of gaining paragons is greatly diminished. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of like getting to know your own damage output and how you need to apply yourself in the positioning of your character while dealing damage, that is actually helpful when you do zero augments because when you get so efficient with your damage from augments for speed GRs, you tend to just, not panic, for example, um, and also thinking that, oh, you just have so much damage now that you don't even need to use an extra Oculus ring here and there, and then you actually misposition yourself, and then you actually lose damage that you would actually gain even more damage had you known to place yourself in a different spot, right? And as far as the first floor, I think I could have used more Oculus rings, uh, but I was trying to get more density to help me splash damage instead. So I did lose some time on the first floor. But I think this time around I played Auric Streams more correctly than I did the other day for the 138 Oryx, or was it 139 first Oryx? But anyway, the the whole idea is that I improved from my gameplay last Oryx into this one, because I actually worked on pushing the pylon to the next floor. Yeah, so that was like an improvement right there. Because you want as many elites as you can without spending the time to gather all of them, which is what I had issues with the first few tries in the other day. On worse floors, of course, I had to like spend what 2 minutes plus to set up everything for the conduit. This time I only took like I think a minute to set up because I got lucky with an extra blue snakes up nearer to the right side of the conduit pylon. But anyway, uh I'm over analyzing this easier much easier rift, I would say, because I did get the central conduit. Um yeah, so zero rips. Let's click. Come on. Reward me with a 140 stricken, please. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I guess I should work on the Zeiss. I guess I should work on the Zeiss. Yes. Go. All right. Good. It caught up. So I actually gained some more with this. Awesome. Awesome. So I'm gonna show the first floor again while I talked about it just now, right? I'm gonna go show the first floor. I guess I'll just TP. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll. No, I should just go where I went because I want to keep the same travel path because it's important to show the integrity of the run. So this is what I did. So I entered, I got the basically a poison mob set, more flies than I wanted to have, more mosquitoes than I wanted to have. Now normally I would play the right side, but last time I realized that the shield pylon, I think it was the 12% shield pylon, was too far from everything. So, and I decided to say that to myself, well, I think I want to skip this Desolate Sands floor. So when you want to skip Desolate Sands floor, you go to the left side, by the way. Or you at least choose to go to the left side because you can go, like, you can just race more quickly going using the left path. So anti-clockwise. So if you want to leave, you go anti-clockwise, which is what I kind of did. I decided to leave the right side away, and then I got the starting channeling, and that made me feel really bad. But I still had one blue that was like half hurt, and then as soon as I saw the chairs, I didn't like the chairs, the blue chairs, but it was blue elite nonetheless, and so I was like, okay, I'll commit. But before committing, I was like, okay, since they're half hurt, I'll make them follow me. So I did spend another like 20 seconds trying to kite them together, and they were really nice to me by staying together. The chairs didn't split in all separate directions, and then the other blue was like right in the in between the chairs. So my splash damage was like excellent, and then I did get enough Oculus rings that were timely per kill, and it almost broke me even. I think I was still like 25 seconds behind the timer, the progress bar, but that's okay. And then I decided that I was around what 38% progress by then. I was like, you know what? I think I need to kill the pylon spawn point here because normally I spawn well. RNG goes. I usually spawn my second pylon here, which is if I decided not to play this floor already, I shouldn't have the pylon here. I should just push, quote unquote, push the pylon to the second floor, which is what I did. And so this is my first pylon. And I really prayed that I didn't go too far. I don't think I did because the pylon spawn point is around here. But anyway, and then I was hoping that I didn't go too far south because the south of the map because the potential pylon spawn points are like I think over here and over here somewhere around like yeah over around here, right? There's like two more pylon spawn points down there, so there's like one here, one there in the there, and then one there and one there. So there's like and one here at the before the stairs, right? Before the stairs over here, like right here. It's easier to show on the smaller minimap. And then I pushed the pylon here, right? I mean, as I progressed. And I did get Face Beast. And I did get so many Face Beasts, by the way. I probably saw like about 50 plus Face Beasts just traveling. Like, I did a bit of over here because around the conduit is where you want to check, right? So I checked over here. I saw the blue elites, like extra blue elite snakes. I was like, perfect. Now I get an extra blue much more quickly. So I got like, I think like 40 phase beasts or something. I don't know the count because uh the the whole screen was full of phase beasts. So I assume that's about 40. So I pulled more phase beasts together, and even before the conduit, I had like 20 phase beasts. So that broke me even for sure on the progress bar that I needed from like the 41% to work for the second pylon, which was the conduit. As soon as I saw the conduit, I was partying already. uh, and so yeah, and then I got the three blue, I think, three blue elites or something like that, plus the yellow elite pylon conduit pylon elite, and the face piece. So I had like about what 40, another 45% progress, like just here. So 45 plus um the 41%, that's like 86%, right? And so I decided to work forward now that I got like 86 to 90% even progress, something like that. Anyway, and then I I was hoping and praying for the third pylon to be the shield or um the power, which is basically what I got here. And that was it. As soon as I saw the power pylon, because I still had so many phase beasts, and I even had too many blue elite packs. This Aura Extreme was fantastic, by the way. I think I didn't see a single normal yellow elite, right? I don't think so. I mean, I can check the chat logs. I didn't even use. I haven't actually been using the chat logs usually. By the way, long time ago when I used to play. Oh, in caps. I'm sorry. So in the chat log, let me see. Did I get? I think I got one. Okay, I think I got one yellow elite, I guess. So blue, blue, blue. Yeah, one yellow elite. It has got to be one yellow, right? Yes, one yellow because I didn't click the channeling, so that's yeah. So one yellow. Sorry, one yellow, which is still I got majority. I got blues, which is perfect. Perfect. This was perfect. Perfect. I am so happy. Now, now if I did get the same thing, the 140 is in sight, by the way. The 140 is in sight. If I get the same thing, I can do the 140. Because the 140, like I said, it's not as scary based on the time. There are some like 12-minute ones, if you can see. I'm actually now the top 139 person because I got such a nice rift. I mean, or extreme. But it's better than most or extremes, by the way, that I got. And so I actually show a less scarier time because the other 139s were all 14-minute plus. And so yeah, that's it. The stars actually aligned on that one. I wasn't even ready. I wasn't even ready for the Aura Extreme, by the way. In the beginning, when I played that, I was like, okay. Um, 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 what do I do now? What do I do now? Um, so I was actually warming up as I played, by the way. Uh, yeah, that was something. That was truly something. That was, oh man, I'm in shock. I'm in shock about that one. This season is like not easy, especially without using COE spikes, by the way. Because the fortress, I'm pretty sure like I couldn't maintain my necklace stacks at all. I mean, even before this 139, more than half the time I wouldn't be able to do that. Now, I did get eventually I did get some Oculus rings that were on the outside, I think, on the outer side, which is what you want, right? Because a lot of times people actually dislike playing whether it's Fortress itself or whatsoever, is that the RNG placements of the Oculus rings are so poor that you can hardly use them and you start dying, right? Just trying to use them. Now, I'm pretty sure I showed that I did 0 rips, and I don't even think I procced, right? Did I proc on the first floor? Well, if I procced on the first floor, I would panic because I usually panic when I have a cheat death on. I think I didn't. I think I didn't. I got close one time on the first floor though. I think it was once or twice. I took a few risks because there were what arcane beams or something. There were a couple of arcane beams. Was that on the first floor? I know I had lots of arcane beams on the second floor too. But like because the conduit made it easier, right? So I'm not concerned about the second floor. But anyway, I think I got close on the first floor, getting uh to a rip, a potential rip. Now the second floor with the conduit, I had to play that pretty cleanly too myself. But again, I did get really good monster sets um that net me immense progress. The channeling again, once again, the channeling pylon did um worry me a little. But now now last point, getting an early channeling though, the bad news is I have to work hard for the second one. The good news, however, though, is that it's not gonna spawn me channeling as my final pylon because that's actually even worse. You would think that getting the channeling pylon first is bad enough. Getting the channeling pylon at the end is worse, actually. So, I think I got as lucky as I can get in terms of getting the bad news first, which is what you normally want. Because you either play it, like you either continue playing or you don't, right? Getting a bad news first, you leave right away if you didn't want to play it, right? So that's the good news of a bad news first. Yeah. And there we go. That's the God DH section done. Now, I think I can just extend this to the 140. Um, I'll give 140 a few tries. I think today might be the day, and if I can get the 140, that's actually my like. I didn't actually make too much of a goal. I did say I think on several streams ago that there is a potential that I can get a 140 down this season. Um, if I tried, I think I can. I just have to get the same thing. All I need is the same thing, and I can get 140. I just need the same thing. All right, here we go. Let's let's show the leaderboard again, and then I'll go for the 140. Okay. Are we ready for the 140? Let's go. Okay. Let's not get too excited. Um, Festering Woods, the old classic. Now, Red Fallen isn't the best. But I did get a blue to start. Arcane Beams again. Red Fallen is not pretty. Um, but it's not the worst. But I need a lot. Let's try to make them a bit more compact. Can't play that Oculus Ring though. Oh, I can. I can squeeze a little. Okay, let's compact them. Wow, the progress bar is just flying. 2%. Okay, let's use this Oculus Ring. Yeah, the progress bar is just flying forward right now. Yep. So this monster type doesn't work because it's too slow. My progress bar is too slow. Now, I mean, I can clear this. I have the damage. I see that my damage is there. I just need a better monster type. Clearly. I mean, Red Fallen isn't the best. Like, it's actually, like, not good. But I think I can just commit this. Now, this is a bad spot to play. One of the blues is really healthy, too. Okay, Oculus Ring. Can I take this out? Nope. I think it's just barely. That Oculus Ring was just barely. 12%. See, I hardly revealed my map, by the way. Isn't that crazy how I play? I don't reveal my map if I don't need to, by the way. That's how I usually play. I don't move. I don't move. Like, if I don't have to move, I don't move. Now, that's also bad because you actually get to make your pylon spawn too soon as well from the spawn points. But that is my style. I generally, like, test the damage by playing as little reveal as I possibly can. Now, if you get other monster types, you have to keep moving, right? So this one, it's bad, but I actually could stay. So let's keep moving now. Blue again. Ooh, that's a good sign. Now the bad news is that they are tanky. They're actually tanky blues. This is not good. I don't think I have enough overseers. Is that another blue? Can I handle another blue? I mean, I thrive in chaos, right? Usually speaking. I usually thrive in chaos, but I might have to hurt this one a little bit more first because I actually want to be able to use some Oculus Rings instead. So let's not accidentally pull the other blue, I think. I can see the other blue just now, by the way. Like right there. I know my time is flying, by the way. Uh, did the other blue see me? I mean, I'm trying to move forward, by the way. Okay, it saw me now. Okay, it's a shielding blue. That's not good. Shielding blue means bad. That's bad. That means that I should have pulled it sooner. because I could have splashed more damage onto them. Speed. Really? Well, the reason why I moved to check because it's 20. I got 25% progress there just now. Uh, 25% is the usual percentage. Now it could have delayed to 33%, 32, 33. Um, okay, I got speed, but I don't want extra elite affixes already, by the way. So I'm gonna take out this original blue first. Okay, Oculus Ring. Thank you. Okay, original blue is down. Okay, shielding blue. I think I cannot play this blue. Okay. Uh-oh. I see ghosts. Um, I think I over revealed. But if I can tank this elites, I can get some progress here. Instead, uh, now I really hope that I don't have to accidentally pull the other blue here. Now I could work on the other blue over here, but I don't want extra affixes. Even though the other affixes wasn't really that bad, this is actually worse. Um, okay. Um, mm, I think this one is done, basically. Yeah, let's just use this. Okay. Let's just use this ring since I got it. Okay, let's just use this ring since I got it. Alright, this is done. Yeah, it's done. Oh, come on! I got early second pylon and I got the two worst pylons. I think this is over. Yeah, this is over. I got the two worst pylons and then I got yellow elites now. This is over. Okay, I think it's time to leave. Let's not waste energy. I got two worst pylons in a row. Let's leave. Let's leave. I don't have damage. My time is now flying by. I can't. I can't. I lost. I lost to the pylon order. I lost to the pylon order. I got speed first and channeling next. There's no way. But I think I played like pretty well there. Uh, I think I played pretty well there. I wasn't expecting the pylon so soon. Actually, the second pylon. At 40%. But um, I had to move because the yellow elite that I was playing with that arcane beam elite affix, like after all those Oculus rings and the like what RNG two pinkish rings or something, I cleared the tall overseers, right? I kind of got as much progress as I can, without revealing much of the map. I only revealed like what 1/4 to 1/3 of the map, right there for 40% progress. So like I think I played that pretty well. I just didn't get what I needed. Now, I did get lucky in getting not an entrance yellow elite though. I gotta say. Like when you get an entrance yellow elite, you're bound to have issues because the minions would follow you, and if you get bad affixes, it compounds to the next one. And that's why I didn't take the channeling pylon, by the way, because I was like fine to deal damage against the blue snow guys, right? And I even felt that they were dying at the end there. Like as soon as I said that I was gonna get the blue down, they died, right? So I've played this game so much that I sometimes I feel the incoming progress, and that is another thing that you need to like expect when pushing is that you want to expect as soon as possible, know that your next elite is going to give you the progress so that you can move if you need to move. Because if you don't know that feeling, um, you're going to overstay. You're going to overstay. And that is a huge problem. So let's go for a second try. That first one was pretty good. It was pretty good. Um, but the well, pretty good in the sense of my own progress through the rift attempt. But in terms of the RNG, everything went wrong except for the number of elites and the type of elites. Um, the well, blue elite specifically was fine. Uh, it was not the best of monster set, and obviously the two pylons back to back. Had I gotten a conduit there, um, now had I gotten a conduit there, the problem was that I didn't pull the other blue that were shielding blue over. So that would have been the mistake. Had I gotten a conduit, the mistake would have been not pulling the blue with me, even if it was a shielding blue. Had I gotten a conduit, because now they're too far. I mean, I can still go back and grab them, but they're too far. Yeah. So, but since I knew that they were shielding, I didn't want to play them because then that would mean I'm gaming with a conduit in mind, which I didn't expect to get. I really didn't, by the way. Um, Based on tall overseers, uh, I wasn't ready for a conduit, basically. Like, I have certain feeling of game plans like chess. When you play chess, you have a certain kind of a feeling from how you start, right? And in the steps of my plan, my game plan, I didn't visualize a conduit play because had I visualized a conduit play, I would have pulled that shield blue. Actually, I would have. But uh, from that channeling and the tall overseers, because the tall overseers are also like you would prefer compacting, like gathering them together more. Whereas if you actually run away and try to gather for the conduit, they split apart too far. So then you don't get the splash damage that you want since tall overseers are actually really tanky and it splits your damage on the arrows. So like my game plan did not consist of a conduit. It just didn't. Anyway, that was the first try. Um, let's actually jot things down. I need to start jotting things down already to know what I can handle and what progress they were giving me. Okay. And this is the way that I play, where I jot things down. So GR139 was the eighth try success. Today's first attempt was the Oryx stream, right? Um, and then it was floor one Desolate Sands, with like I don't know, was it 20 something percent channeling, something like that, and then uh, I took out the pylon spawn at 38% on the exit pylon spot, and then floor two was the shrouded moor with immense face beasts compared to Lacuni Huntresses. There were actually not that many Lacuni Huntresses actually, which is which is very helpful because then I actually take way less damage. And then I got the I think around 50% conduit pylon for three blues and the pylon elites, as well as probably at least 30 plus face beasts like as well. And then moving forward from say 84 to 90%, I saw another two blues and then the power pylon as the third pylon. And then Rift Guardian was choker. Uh, I took the I took the power pylon at 99%. So then the time was what, 12:53? Yeah, something like that. And then just now the GR140 first try equals floor 1 Festering Woods, uh Red Fallen, basically tall overseers, with a starting blue um Exarchs or Anarchs, whatever. I always confuse the two types, blue Exarchs, and then first pylon channeling, uh second pylon speed at around 40%. I got the channeling at the 25%. Yeah. And I was behind by like what, two almost 2 minutes already. Almost 2 minutes. Okay. So that's the notes. I know I took a while, but that's the notes. Um, I mean, I this is like how I have the mental notes there, so that when you do the rift, the next ones, you have, you know, that same like elimination if you got the same ones, right? So or worse. So that's like how I think about my uh rifts. And I usually have a game plan in mind within the first 2 minutes. Sometimes I say it, sometimes I don't. Um, I know that in season 27, that GR149 LOD Wave of Light, right? I had a game plan in the first 2 minutes already for my GR149 in the first 2 minutes on that 10th Keystone, I think it was, like ninth or 10th Keystone 149. I had the game plan from the first 2 minutes on. And I just played that same game plan. I was even playing into the conduit that I just talked about 5 minutes ago, that I didn't feel like I was gonna get the conduit. And even with the conduit, I like I said, I didn't pull the blue with me. Whether it's compounding affixes or not, I just didn't feel that I was gonna get one. Now, had I gotten a conduit, like I said, then the mistake would be not pulling the blue with me. So there's that. But anyway, let's go for a second, second keystone. Here we go. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know what's going on. But they're giving me really strong maps. And I got a blue to start. Okay, I don't know what's going on though. Okay, I see another elite. So this is like a really dangerous field already. A very, very dangerous fields, by the way. Now, I did get a good Oculus ring here to get the blue down to half already. Surprisingly. Um, this is not a Juggernaut Yellow Elite, so that's the other good news. Let's actually hurt the blue a little bit more before I go forward. I know I should probably go forward a little, but I'm gonna try to maximize my time here since it's easy enough. If it's easy enough, I'm not gonna reveal the map, by the way. See how I didn't reveal the map? Like I said, if I don't have to reveal the map, I wouldn't. Because I want to maximize my spawn points. And if it's easy enough, I'm not gonna make it too complicated, right? I normally thrive in chaos. Oh, I normally thrive in chaos, but um, I decided to keep it more simple this time. I know I'm losing time because I'm just overstaying. The blue is going to go down now. Okay, how much have I hurt the yellow elites? Probably half? Oh, not even half. Okay. Alright, now it's time to move. So it's like betrayed and skeletal rangers or something? Yeah. Okay, betrayed skeletal ranger mob set.
I'm still waiting. Need more time.
Okay. I'm trying to use as many Oculus rings as I can, by the way. I think the yellow elites half. Yeah, basically.
I'm still waiting.
Okay. Alright.
Need more time.
Going behind time, actually. 12%. Let's grab more density.
Not ready yet.
Oculus ring, perfect.
I'm still waiting. You won't survive
I'm
that.
a bit overcommitting on
Need
this
more
yellow
time.
elite, but I've worked on it from since the start. I can't give this up now. I mean, I have to use
I'm
this
still
elite
waiting.
eventually, right? Regardless, because it's actually not that difficult compared to most. So
Need more time.
as long as I can use Oculus rings, it should be down soon.
Not ready yet.
Okay. Oculus ring. All right.
Need more
All right.
time.
21%. Let's go. Um. Okay, that's not good. I see another yellow elite, a tanky one. Is it?
Not ready yet.
What is it? I don't know what it is.
I'm still
Teleporter? Okay.
waiting.
Okay. Oculus ring on the outside. That's good for me.
Not ready yet.
Okay.
Bleed, you filth!
I'm so stingy with the map.
Need
Look
more
how
time.
look how stingy I am with the map, by the way. I've been playing the same spots the whole time.
I'm still waiting.
Okay, 25%. Let's start moving a little. Really, game? Really? You're just pissing me off now, aren't you? Okay. Well, well, well then.
Need more time.
Well, the bad news again. 25% channeling Pylon. This might be over already, by the way. Just
I'm
from
still
that.
waiting.
I guess I should try to play for the second Pylon, but I have a bad feeling already.
Not ready yet.
Like, this is almost over.
That
Because
was just
sometimes
a
what
phase.
happens on this kind of Fields of Misery
I'm
is
still
that there's
waiting.
only one Pylon. But that's also another reason why I'm so stingy with the reveal of the map, by the way, is because if I can get multiple
Need more time.
Pylons, I would. So I'm stingy in that sense. I have too many yellow elites on this RNG now.
I'm
I
still
saw
waiting.
another yellow elite right there, from the edge of my screen, from the minions.
Not ready yet.
And again, I'm not clicking my channeling pylon because it's another yellow
Need
elite
more
that I
time.
don't want. Well, affixes to, right? Okay, I need to get out of that spot there. Let's play on this side of the map now. I know my time is gone. Um, I just want to see if I can get a second pylon, by the way. I really do. I want to know if I can get my second pylon or not. Did I see another yellow elite? Okay, this is completely over. I didn't get a blue. I need a blue. I see a yellow elite right there. I know it's like you can't see it very well, but I saw the foot of the minions. They're marked by the yellow, like yellow marker on the ground. You know, um. So see, the minions arrived, and it's a painful minion type nightmare. A minion nightmare. Okay. Well, this is over. There's too many elites now. Okay, let's just play the chaos. Yeah, let's just play the chaos. Um, let's just play the chaos. Okay, that wormhole killed the pylon spawn point, I think, potentially speaking. There's no way. This is no progress. Yep, this is no progress. The first pylon was 25%, right? Yeah, this is over. Never mind. Uh, I almost TP'd back, actually. Yeah, this is over. There's too many yellow elite packs there. Too many. Too many. I almost TP'd back though in the middle. I mean, I knew that I couldn't TP back, but I tried. All right. So that was it started pretty funny. Um but yeah, Fields of Misery um uh 10 version um started okay. It was the Betrayed plus Skeletal Ranger mob sets. 25% channeling Pylon, with 1.5 minutes behind. Yeah, I was behind time already. Well, maybe not even 1.5. It's probably uh, like 1 minute 20 seconds behind, I think. So I was behind time already as soon as I got the channeling Pylon, and then seeing too many yellow elites, by the way, there were like what? I think like 5 yellow elites and 2 blues or something. Yeah. It's like 5 yellow elites and 2 blues. I can't play more than 3 yellow elites without help. Like you don't want more than 3 yellow elites. And that's why um in the success 139 earlier, I had what? Basically 2 yellow elites max.